This is the plaintiff, Joseph Burns. He says he was behind the defendant when the guy tried to back into a parking space, didn't look, and hit him. The defendant was going so fast in reverse, he didn't even have time to honk his horn. The defendant's going to claim both cars were in motion and therefore both are at fault. We'll just have to see what the judge thinks. He's suing for $481.60, the amount he's owed. This is the defendant, Paul Horan. He says the plaintiff's the one who hit him and is so stubborn he's unwilling to see any other point of view but his own. He, too, is looking forward to his day in court, and the judge is ruling because he knows he's in the right. He's accused of being in the wrong place at the wrong time. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $580 for car repairs.
Joseph Burns, you are suing Paul Horan for $481.60 in damages that you say occurred as a result of his driving. You are counterclaiming against him $580 because you say it was his fault. Tell me what happened.
Our daughters were in a choir at the middle school.
Okay.
They're both in the same class, same grade.
Okay.
First, let me say that I'm a retired economist, and I've worked as a university professor and also worked at the U.S. Department of Justice. And in this matter, I think integrity is very important because we have different accounts of what happened.
Okay.
And my integrity is beyond question. And I brought with me Mr. John Worth as a character.
It's a car accident. I need to figure out who's at fault. That's where we are.
Right.
We have a diagram over here. Let's see if this will help me to understand how the accident. It's a parallel parking issue, not a perjury trial. I mean,
right.
Yeah, I have to figure out who I believe, but I also have to figure out how the accident happened based on what I see in pictures and testimony. So it's not. Your credentials are very impressive. I don't know that that means anything in this case right now. Come on over to the diagram. And let's make... Which car would you like to be?
Blue car.
Okay, and then this will be him. So I need you to explain to me where everybody is and how this happened.
There were cars parked all along here.
Okay, now those cars are legitimately parked?
Yes.
Okay.
His car was about here. My car...
Okay, now this is the lane of traffic that goes in this direction.
Or if there were no cars parked here, which is usually the case, cars would probably go in this lane. But this evening, at the evening, was a concert, and there were cars parked all along here.
Is there a double yellow line here in between, or
No.
There's just the width of...
The width.
Got it. Okay. So there's a bunch of cars parked here.
Correct.
Do we have more cars? Yeah. Yeah. Why don't you put the cars where you say they were... Okay. So, which car are you and which car is he? That's you.
That's me, and that's him.
All right. I'm going to try not to pay attention to these arrows because it's not quite like that from what you're saying.
Right.
Now, but did you want to put these cars a little closer to these parked cars? Because according to you, there's room for traffic to be going this way, right?
Definitely.
All right. Okay, now what's happening? This first row of cars are parked. They're the lucky ones. They got there earlier. They got a good parking space for the concert this evening.
Correct.
What time of the night is this?
About 7:30.
Okay, this row of cars are the people who couldn't get out of work quite as early, and then they're doing the little drop-off, and then they're going to go find a parking space.
Correct.
Okay, this is the defendant. This is you?
Right.
All right, what happens?
Let me just point out, as it was, I came here, and there was plenty of room between these two cars. I didn't have to keep on going back and forth. I simply drove in like this and stopped.
Okay.
And I stopped at least a half a car length behind Mr. Horan's car.
Okay.
Before letting my daughter off, I spoke to her about where I would meet her after the concert. Still no movement. I let her out. Then this car puts on its right signal.
What happened? Did he back up, because he was trying to take this parking space, did he back up this way and hit you?
Yes.
Was your car moving when he hit you?
Completely stationary, I can tell you.
What part of his car hits your car?
It hit me right there, on the right side.
What are you two? Go ahead and go back to the lectern and let me ask you some questions. So the two of you get out of the car, I take it, and what do you discuss? You don't end up calling the police.
I don't call the police because I want
Both of you want to go to your daughter's concert?
daughter's
Okay.
concert.
So do you exchange phone numbers?
Yes.
All right. Now, how do you say the accident happened? Go ahead and come up here and show me how you say it happened.
Okay, I was in this northbound lane looking for a place to park, and turns out there was another car, not at the time occupied by somebody who my wife knows.
Not at the time?
In other words, I wasn't aware of that at the time. I just know there was a car
but the car
behind
was
me,
occupied at the time.
and
Okay.
somebody stopped.
Okay.
Whoever was the occupant. And so what I did was turn on my right blinker, look back, and attempt to parallel park.
Okay.
You know, I felt like I took all precautions. What I think happened was that, and I can't say for sure because all I know is that at some point there was an impact.
Yeah.
I heard a noise and looked back. And so I'm assuming, since this car was waiting and I didn't see anything directly behind me, and that's where I'm looking, the only thing I can assume is that the car that I had a collision with was in the southbound lane.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
And
what I'm assuming.
whose fault do you think the accident is?
Well, I think that, I know that I took all proper precautions to back up into the space. I did not see any car other than the one that was in this position.
Okay, but if
giving me the space.
he's in a completely other lane, why would you ever touch him when you're backing up? You see what I'm saying? Like if he's in another lane, the only car behind you is this one, and you're backing up, why would you even touch him? You would never touch him.
Well,
Where's the damage to your car?
The left bumper.
And where's the damage to his car?
The right.
Okay.
Yeah,
So where would your parallel parking affect him at all if he's in that other lane?
I guess what I'm saying, it's in a perfect world, right? We can put things on a diagram, but all you have to do, right, is have a car.
Well, but you
further
keep
up.
moving this car. It's not where you put it originally.
Well, this I don't know exactly how far
Is that
this car
person here? Because that person's apparently a friend of your wife's. Did that person come with you to court or no?
No. So I think what happened was that, if Joe was here, I would have seen him. So I have to assume, and my recollection is, and my wife made a statement as well, she was in the car, and she was more...
You don't know where Joe is, right?
Yeah, I don't know where Joe is.
Where are you getting the ideas of where Joe was?
Well, when we got out of the car, because what happened was, after there was this impact, there was so much commotion going on and everything, I get out and I said, Joe, let's talk, because we're not going to just stand there and talk. And we went around, there's another street here, we went, took a right turn, and came behind the middle school and parked next to each other, and we examined the vehicles, and we had our discussion here, not
Okay.
here.
All right.
So I do remember the car not being here in some kind of position where, in recollecting later
Okay.
on, we have something.
Go ahead and go back. When you fellas exchange information and then you go in, you watch your daughter's concert, is there any conversation between you guys afterwards about who would be responsible for what?
No.
If somebody is backing up and they hit somebody, are they automatically responsible? What do you think?
I think yes,
Why?
because it's caused a collision. You backed into the car, like so. That's
Automatic, no questions asked. It could be a 3-second case.
Yes, I think they're automatically responsible.
Automatic.
Yeah, he should be slow enough to go. Like,
Then he should be looking and. Right. I got your point. Going inside the courtroom.
Does he ever call you, or the first thing you know is there's a lawsuit?
No. We had several conversations on the phone, and they kind of mirror what you're hearing here today. Two different interpretations of what happened and discussion.
Okay.
Eventually, I guess Joe, rental car company, actually had the damages estimated and repaired and paid for.
And actually, you ended up paying the rental car company an additional $481.60 for the damage.
That's correct.
Okay. And that's what you're suing about. Can I see the pictures to both of your cars?
A picture, no.
You don't have a picture of the damage?
No, it wasn't my car. It was a rental car.
Oh, right. Well, I would still have in the
Yeah,
future?
in the future.
Hopefully this doesn't happen to you again.
Well, in the future, I would call the police. I would.
Well, you know what? I got to tell you something. I hope that, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't have called. And I stand here all day long pounding my chest saying, call the police all the time, call the police. But I got to tell you, my daughter's got a concert and I've got $500 in damages. I got to tell you, I think I'd wait for later. I really would. I'm not going to miss her concert over that. I'd rather eat the $500 than miss my daughter's concert. That's how I feel about it. So that's not what I'm suggesting. But what I'm suggesting is take a picture. That'd be nice. All right, this is your car, and that was the damage to your car, which is right on the corner. I got to tell you, I do not see how he could possibly be where you placed him and you could possibly be parallel parking that far into what in essence would be the third row of cars. When you're parallel parking, you're here and you're going in there. I don't see how this could have happened if he was down here. I don't think you see how it could have happened. That's why you kept moving the cars closer when you actually got to the part. All righty. I've heard enough. Here's the deal, Mr. Horan. I hear what you're saying. You feel like a big deal has been made of this and it's not a big deal, but I also realize that if you had written a $481.60 check, this big deal would have not become a bigger deal. I think that you're at fault based on both of your explanations. I don't see how you would not be at fault. When you say you took every necessary precaution, the bottom line is you're backing up. And the guy who's backing up has to be able to do so without an accident happening. And the proof that you weren't able to do so is that he was behind you. Because that's the only way. Maybe he wasn't directly behind you because you would have hit him head on. Or maybe he was a little further back behind you. But he was behind you and not in the lane next to you or you wouldn't have hit him. That's my feeling. On your counterclaim 0, on his claim against you, $481.60. That is my verdict, okay? We're done now, right? Because your little girls still go to school together. We don't want this to be awkward for the little girls. And, you know, we're done, right? Everything's done? Okay, gentlemen, good luck. Life is short.
So that's how this case comes to a close. The plaintiff has won this verdict. What's your feeling on this coming out on the losing end?
I think it's an incorrect judgment, but the judge has spoken, and I respect that.
That's right. That's it. Your daughters still go to school together.
Oh, yeah,
you guys see each other around the town and
yeah.
School events. What's that going to be like for you?
The same. All my conversations with Joe were respectful and cordial, and I respect his point of view. I just believe that things happen differently. It's pretty difficult to put, cars up on a whiteboard and be held to something. When
will your daughters be at the same birthday parties and all that
Absolutely.
stuff still? Of course.
Yeah,
okay.
sure.
All right. All right, right down there, okay?
Thank you very much.
Head right down this way. You're welcome. All right, so here comes the plaintiff. You come out on the winning end of this case here. Step right next to me here and tell me, you happy to win the case? Stay there.
Yes.
Okay, good.
But I brought the case.
What is the principle that you were trying to prove here?
Well, the principle was that I was stationary. I was hit from...
Are you guys still going to be friends at the school?
If I see him, I'll say hello to him. I think.
And the girls will still be friends, right? At school?
The girls will still be friends.
Okay. All right. Let's go to Harvey.
Okay, Kurt, you know what? There is not automatic liability. There can always be these, what they call exigent circumstances in the law, which basically means you could prove that the person in the front did something to cause the accident. But the presumption is that the person who was backing up into the car is the one who caused the accident. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.